guys, welcome back from Christmas break. We're pumped to be back.
There's a lot going on right now, so grab your second semester try-hard vibes and welcome back to Pointer Pack News.
Attention seniors, please go to the yearbook photo table next to the school store in the commons during lunches this week. You need to verify your photo and that your name appears the way you want it to be appeared in the yearbook. We've noticed several errors since the photos have been shipped. If you do not come verify your name, we cannot ensure that your name will be correct in the 2020 yearbook.
Talent show forms are due today in Miss Radley's room, which is number N103. If we don't have enough people, we just simply will not have a talent show.
Did you know that the talent show is the #1 source of money to fund prom? So, yeah, if you want a good prom, have a talent show.
Good one. If you're interested in the FBI and would like to be part of the Future Agent Training Program, it will be held April 10th, 17th, and 24th at the Fort Smith Resident Agency. Applications and more information will be available in Miss Nelson's office.
Since we've been out, basketball has played quite a few games, so here's a recap on most recent games.
On December 17th, our boys played Clarksville at home and won 59-36.
And our girls won 47-44.
On December 20th, our boys played Southside and won 57-54.
And our girls won with a huge lead at 70-24.
On December 27th, our boys played Pottsville in the Hoops for Hunger tournament and won 64-50.
The girls finished with a 1-point lead against Pulaski in the tournament, 43-42.
The boys played Mills in the tournament and lost 46-55.
The girls played the Queen and won 52-32.
The boys finished the tournament playing Russellville and lost 55-67.
And the girls finished the tournament with a win, 37-34.
And January 7th, the boys played Rogers at home and lost 45-54.
Girls also played January 7th at home and lost 38-56.
And that wraps up what you missed in sports over the break. So stay tuned and don't forget to support your dogs.
Hey guys, and welcome back to Factual Day in History. In 1893, Queen Liliuokalani, monarch of Hawaii, is overthrown by American sugar planters. This was the start of America's annexation of Hawaii. Next off, in 1939, the Third Reich issues an order preventing Jews from practicing as dentists, vets, and chemists. Today is National Benjamin Franklin Day, so make sure to give him some love because he deserves it. Now off to the weather with Alex.
Happy Friday, guys. I hope y'all had an amazing break. I'm glad to be back. Let's get straight into the weekend weather. Friday, we'll have a high of 46, a low of 44 with an 80% chance of precipitation. Saturday, we'll have a high of 50 with a low of 29 and a 10% chance of precipitation. Sunday, we'll have a high of 46 with a low of 26 and a 0% chance of precipitation. Hope you guys have a great weekend. Now on to Scotty with international news.
Hey everyone, it's me, Scotty, and welcome to the new year as well as the new decade. It's good to see you, and even though this may be a new year, there are still plenty of things going wrong around the world for me to report on, starting for this episode in Europe and Africa. In France, the Yellow Vest riots that started way back in 2018 are still going on as of today. The riots are reaching Hong Kong levels of crazy as protesters are threatening to recreate Les Miserables in real life if the government does not repeal the tax laws that started the riots 3 years ago. Currently, 11 people have died due to the riots and over 4,000 have been injured, but I'm just waiting to see if those classic French guillotines show up. Over in Eastern Europe, Lithuania thinks Belarus hasn't learned the lessons of Chernobyl as Belarusian nuclear power plant workers drop a reactor vessel while they are attempting to install it. Lithuanian officials think Belarus isn't managing their power plants in a safe manner and warn them to take extreme caution as the power plant in question is right next to the Lithuanian border. But I'm just hoping we get another HBO special in the future. Moving to South Africa, cops are cracking down on the corpse rental service running rampant throughout the country. Corpse rental is where you illegally buy a corpse for use in committing tax fraud rather than risking your own neck for ill-gotten gains. South Africa plans to introduce fingerprint technology specifically for identifying corpses so the tax fraud can be stopped before it even happens. That's all I've got for today, folks. I'll see you next week in Asia and America, and I hope you have a good 2020 because I sure plan to.
We've decided that it's important to begin this year with a more in-depth look at things around our world.
And we don't want to make you all sad, but it is an obligation as a young band of journalists to report the truth, as we feel our media doesn't do a good enough job uncovering such things.
So here are a few unfortunate things happening that we think you should be aware of.
As many of you know, Australia is dealing with massive fires sweeping the countryside. Fanning the flames are persistent heat and drought, and while 20 plus people have been charged with arson. Some are pointing to climate change as the key factor for the intensity of this year's overall natural disasters.
As of last week, the deadly wildfires, which have been raging since September, have already burned 5 million hectares of land and destroyed more than 1,500 homes. State and federal authorities have deployed 3,000 Army reservists to contain the blaze, but are struggling, even with firefighting assistance from other countries, including Canada.
On a happy note, there are a few organizations that are available for you to adopt and sponsor koala. For more information, visit.
In 2019, the world projected almost 37 billion tons of carbon dioxide, driven by the demand for oil and natural gas. According to the annual report from the Global Carbon Project, the international research initiative focused on sustainability.
In late 2019, 629 girls and women from across Pakistan were sold as brides to Chinese men and taken to China. The list obtained by the Associated Press was compiled by Pakistani investigators determined to break up trafficking networks exploiting the country's poor and vulnerable.
The list gives the most concrete figure yet for the numbers of women caught up in the trafficking scheme since 2018.
For more information on this story, check out this link.
To end on a nicer note, an 8-year-old boy named Tyler has helped nearly 3,000 homeless veterans over the last 4 years by making hero bags and has raised over $50,000 for veterans.
Following decades of deforestation, Costa Rica has doubled its forest cover in the last 30 years.
More than 50 chief executives of the major fashion companies committed to the Fashion Pact, the initiative that compiles businesses in the industry to implement science-based targets and actions in order to reduce their impact on the environment.
So don't forget, there's always hope. There will always be little everyday heroes.
So go out and be one.
Here's a quick PSA.
Seniors, don't forget about all the scholarship opportunities you can find in Ms. Nelson's office. You can also find a lot online. The Leadership Crawford County Scholarship is also available. Go apply now. Need a New Year's resolution? Here are some sustainability tips.
Sustainability begins with awareness and education.
And after you educated yourself, it's about putting those things into practice.
Are you leading by example?
Do you use reusable water cups or coffee cups?
Are you using reusable bags at the store? Are you shopping sensibly and paying attention to production details?
It may seem like a lot to keep up with, but one small step a day makes a difference.
Good afternoon, Sgt Moses. Tell me a little about yourself and your military history.
Well, I'll tell you a little bit about myself is I was in the Army for 32 years. I was in the infantry when I first went in. I also was a drill sergeant, a recruiter, and I just love working with kids, and I retired this last year, September of last year.
What do you hope to see in the growth of this program?
This program is already at a high level. I would like to see it continue doing what it's doing or even achieve higher goals. Every goals we set, I would like to see the goals be either met or either achieved.
All right, well, thank you for your time today. We are happy to have you here at VBHS.
Thank you.
Next week is Homecoming Spirit Week. Tuesday is Neon Day. Wednesday is Frat Boy and Visco Girl Day. Thursday is Hawaiian Day. Friday is Color Wars. Seniors wear white, juniors wear black, and sophomores wear green. Remember to make sure that you are following school dress code during these days.
Darling, everything's nice when you're next to me, and I will never be happier in no one else's company. Darling, if only I could muster up the strength.
Oh, I guessed.
There's a lot coming up.
Were you looking at that the whole time?
Here we go again.
Getting out of breath.
It's been so long since we've had a script, Dawson.
And cheek.
Seniors, please go. We've noticed several.
Make sure to